Okay, so if trees have leaves, then the bird's nest will increase. Someone will volunteer their hypothesis. I'm asking measurable. Okay, go ahead.
If the trees have no leaves, then the birds won't come.
Okay, so that's very good. Let's talk about amounts. Let's throw in some measurement of amounts.
Okay, well I'll do it. If the trees have no leaves, the less birds will come.
Okay, you got the bird part right. The less birds will come. Let's talk about the leaves now. Let's see how that can influence.
The more trees. I switched it like you did. I put the more leaves on trees, the less amount of nests.
Perfect. There you go. So you have an amount. You have the more leaves on a tree, the less nest will be there in those trees. Questions or?
The more leaves, then there will be more bird nests.
Very good. The more the leaves are present, the more nests are going to be present.
Like I was wondering if this was like how much leaves would be
That wouldn't be a hypothetical statement. That's more of a question you ask yourself to come to a hypothetical statement. Because remember, a hypothesis is always a statement. It's never really a question. You can ask yourself that question to come to a hypothesis. So go ahead and ask yourself that question and make a hypothesis. Alright, which I can see on the list. Okay, so the more the leaves are on, the more the trees have leaves, the more leaves the tree has, the more nests will be present. Okay, number 9 says, if acid rain is in water, then fish population will increase. Let's come up with a hypothetical statement. If acid rain is in water, then the fish population will increase. So what we can say is we can change it up to the more acid rain is in water, the more acid rain that is contained in water, the higher the population of fish there will be, or there will be a higher population of fish. So the more acid rain that is in water, the higher the fish population. That's a statement, and it's testable. So what you can do is you can basically measure with water, see if it has acid in it. The more acid there is, check to see if there is a population difference or increase.
Which one is closest to our right or to our left?
So the acid or the population?
Very good. The independent would be the acid, because that affects the population. Because the independent affects the dependent.
So the independent would be the more acid rain, right?
That would be the independent, correct.
The amount of acid rain.
That would be the independent. The amount of acid rain.
And then the dependent variable will be the population of fish after the acid rain.
Yeah. Okay, so real quick, number 10. What is number 10?
I'll get it. I got a time list.
Yeah, we got 10 minutes.
I got 10 minutes of research.
10 minutes.
The more calcium, the more
There you go. So the more calcium, the stronger your bones. The more calcium, the stronger your bones.
Isn't that already proven?
It is. It is proven that the more calcium you intake, the stronger your bones will be. Helps prevent osteoporosis. Okay, so now do we have any questions over any of these that we went over? You guys are trying to get the hang of it, getting the hint of it? Very good. Who's pretty solid on independent and dependent variables? Raise your hand if you feel like you're pretty solid on it. It's getting there? Cool. Who's pretty solid on writing a hypothesis, coming up with a hypothesis? Very good. You guys are on point. So, very good. So you guys learned that in about, pretty quick.
15 minutes.
10 minutes, 15, something like that. Good. Okay, so we knocked out hypothesis, independent, and dependent. Okay, so on your guys' whiteboards. Why don't you guys go ahead and pull out your whiteboards, pass your quizzes to the front. Pass your quizzes to the front, so you can pull out your whiteboards. You guys have filled out. Okay, so go ahead and pull out your whiteboards. On your whiteboards, I want you guys to write down those 6 special little letters that we like. Let's do the scientific method. I want you guys to write down those 6 letters.
I know.
We were 6 letters and tossed right down in the right.
Yep.
Oh, crap.
It was 6.
There were 6 letters.
It was
Oh, I remember. No, I don't. You got it.
You remember?
I remember. I do remember.
You remember?
I do remember. I said it like 8 times. I think.
You guys got it real quick. Yeah.
Is there any in my
As long
hand?
as you have one, use your brain. You know.
I remember the last
So
time.
I'll help you out with this. Alright. Okay, what are those letters? How does that saying go?
OQHER.
How does that saying go? That little poem. That
I
saying.
remember her was in the middle.
Old Queen Harriet eats red carrot.
I know it.
Right down the road.
Whoa. What?
Old Queen Harriet eats red carrots.
There it
Old Queen Harriet eats red carrots. Old Queen Harriet eats red
That
carrots.
everything.
Old
I have to write
Queen
that whole
Harriet.
thing.
That's good. Just like that. Okay, so real quick, I want us to all verbally say it. We're going to sound weird when we say it, but let's all say that stupid little saying. It goes 1 on 3. Remember, we're going to say Old Queen Harriet eats red carrots. I promise you're never going to forget it again. Okay, 1.
Eats red fish. I mean, carrots.
1, 2,
That's because I just said something about fish under the paper.
1, 2, 3. Old Queen Harriet eats red carrot.
Eats red cookie.
I missed it.
Whatever, red custard, whatever works for you. Okay, so. Tell me where you're going, that's all right.
in trouble.
That's how you remember.
Hey, that's going to help me remember too.
Old Queen Harriet eats red carrots. So on your whiteboards, I want you guys to write that down. Write down Old Queen Harriet eats red carrots. Write down Old Queen Harriet eats red carrots.
Can we make a problem?
If it works for you, whatever works for you.
Don't raise up your board.
Old Queen Harriet eats red carrots. Old Queen Harriet eats red carrots.
Crayons. Choose just crayons.
Eats red carrots.
Crayons. Like,
Or red crayons.
crayons.
She's using crayons apparently going crazy.
Yeah, colors. I said change it to crayons.
Could be crayons. What happens when you eat crayons? You go crazy. Chemicals mess your mind up.
Is it true?
No, it's not true. If that were true, you'd have a lot of weird, crazy kids in first grade. Yeah, if you sniff glue, you're going to mess up. Don't sniff glue. Yeah, that's why he was crazy. It kills off brain cells, makes you mental.
What?
Sniffing glue.
Sniffing what?
There's no edible
Blue
glue
doesn't
yet.
have a sniffing.
And sniffing trophies.
I thought blue doesn't have a sniffing.
Oh, it does. Especially glue stick. Remember whenever I was in grade school, there was this one girl who used to take glue stick and roll it and actually stick it up in her nostril and just sniff. She's
She
dead.
done that?
What does that happen? What happened?
I'm just kidding. She's probably on drugs or something. I don't know. Don't sniff glue. Title of the story. Don't sniff glue stick.
Huh? If you eat shrooms, what happens?
Shrooms?
Yeah, this
It could permanently mess you up. Doesn't? Some people take shrooms and they're just fine. Doesn't mean it's good for you. Why is it not good for you? Because it changes your brain chemistry.